And also whiplash on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones dropped more than 1,000 points at its lowest point today. Just hours ago, it ended the day up nearly 100 points. Joining us now live to break down what is going on is financial advisor Dennis Brewster. Dennis, thanks for joining. A lot of worried people today.
Oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. Yeah, it was quite the day, and it certainly wasn't looking very good this morning before we finally turned around.
Should we be worried?
Well, I think you're going to have to expect probably more volatility in the short run. This is an election year, which everybody's aware of, and midterm election years usually are very difficult in the first part of the year, and the returns usually are lower. We're also coming off a very strong year without almost any interruption at all. So you had to expect that this year was going to be more difficult.
What about the talk about raising interest rates? How does that affect it?
Yeah, that's, the Fed has already clearly stated they're going to raise interest rates, and that's going to put some pressure on the markets in the short run. Long run, it's not as big of an issue, but, again, it's just another obstacle in the short run. So it's going to make for a difficult backdrop here in the early part of the year.
You're talking short run, long run, so we have to ask you, what should we do when we see this happening?
Yeah, well, I think that's the hard part is for most investors to differentiate between the two. And you want to be careful that you don't let these short-term gyrations dictate what your long-term plans are or to derail those plans. Could the first part of this year be difficult? Well, so far it has been. Could we get some more difficult months? There's no question we could, but I think you have to look beyond that and look beyond the election, and then you get a totally different story. The returns following a midterm election year are abnormally high. So it is, as hard as it is, try not to get swallowed in all the short-term noise that the politics will generate, and keep an eye on your long-term goals and where you want to be down the road. Don't let these dictate your decisions, these dramatic down days.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we may see more of them in the immediate future?
I wouldn't be surprised. Last year we had 2% down day. Also, we had from the peak to the trough only 5% decline. On average, we usually get a 14% decline in any given year. So quiet years tend to lead to more volatile years and vice versa. So I think it's best to, expect the worst, hope for the best. So don't be too shocked if we get some more volatility going forward here.
All right. Thank you so much for your expertise. Financial advisor Dennis Brewster, we appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you, Kimberly.